7-0.
You're effing with me.
Put them together. Well, if you add them, it's just the number 7.
But
you put those two numbers together like.
Oh yeah.
When I make those sound effects, Luke, do 7 and then 0.
Like an epic movie trailer where it's like the numbers go. Yeah, one at a time.
Episode 70.
That's right. 70 whole freaking episodes of Super Mega Show. You guys thought we'd never make it. Here we are. 70 whole podcast episodes. You're probably shrieking with joy. You're mouth breathing and palm clapping.
I created a little poster for it.
Look how hard Ryan worked on this poster for it. Doesn't that look cool?
Episode 70.
Woo! That's 10 times 7. That's like if we did 7 episodes 10 times.
And soon it'll be like 7 times 11. 7-11. And we'll have 77 episodes soon.
77, yeah. Lucky number. Episode 77 is going to go hard.
In the paint?
I go hard in the motherfucking paint.
You know, I gotta be honest with everyone here. I don't necessarily know what the paint is.
You don't know what going hard in the paint means?
I don't know. I know what going hard means. I don't know what in the paint. Does that mean like you're...
Take your best guess what going hard in the paint means.
You're going hard with your artist, like literal... You're fucking creating, like painting a beautiful portrait and you're fucking getting that shit. You're fucking doing it.
No.
Yeah, you're going hard on that paint. You're when you're done, you're just gonna be like, and then when you're just gonna beautiful like sky with a beach with a lighthouse, maybe.
Wrong.
Oh,
it's sexual.
Does it mean pussy?
It means having sex with a woman on her period.
Going hard in the paint?
Yeah. It doesn't. It means. So in high school, you know that Waka Flocka song, "Hard in the Paint." I had friends that told me that's what it meant. That means like having sex with a woman while she's on her period. And I was like, he made a whole song about that? And he's like bragging about it? Okay. You know
what is the paint then?
Yeah. Hard in the paint is an idiom that originally comes from basketball, referring to the area near the basket where players fiercely compete for points. It has since been used more broadly to describe situations where strong, aggressive effort is put into a task, sometimes even to the point of recklessness.
Damn, sounds like Adam Sandler, because Adam Sandler goes hard in the paint, literally, because he plays basketball.
Dude, he plays basketball like a madman.
Luke, show the proof.
Luke actually played Adam Sandler in basketball last week, and Adam Sandler pantsed Luke on the basketball court, and everybody saw his penis, and it seemed like it was very traumatic for Luke.
Didn't Luke say something afterwards? And then I don't know the like specifics of the situation, but Adam Sandler lifted up his shirt to show that he had a firearm tucked in his big long gym shorts. Yeah, which actually, in my opinion, is pretty impressive, because tucking a firearm into the waistband of your gym shorts, it's a brave man's game, I will say.
Especially playing basketball.
Put it that way.
You know, easy be to... Dude, you and I should go down to like Santa Monica and try to like hoop up.
Accidentally drop the fake Glock we have.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry.
Like,
just get people's reactions.
Go down your gym shorts and tuck into the waistband of your gym shorts and start playing basketball with random guys and just wait for it naturally to fall out.
Oh! I like the idea of just planting me like, hey, did you dropped this? Huh?
Hey,
I think you dropped this. This fell out of your pocket. Because they'll go to reach for it first. Hey, this fell out of your pocket, and they'll actually know. A normal person would probably be like, "No, I'm sussing you out. I'm not giving you any trust until you show me what fell out of my pocket."
Yeah, honestly, in Santa Monica,
this fell out of your pocket.
Hey, man, you want it back? Just pointing it at them.
Yeah.
But if you come behind someone and go, "Hey, my man, you dropped something," you know, you're gonna turn around and by default be like, "Thanks." Oh, it's a Glock.
What was the movie? Was it Killing Them Softly? Or Kill Them Softly? There's a movie where like the robbers use like a marker and like put it to the back of the head to pretend it's a gun, and I can't remember what movie that was.
That's happened in real life. I remember reading about a woman who got robbed at gunpoint, and it turns out it was literally a Pez dispenser, because the bottom of the Pez dispenser is like kind of the same shape. Yeah. So it put it against, robbed, and then dropped it and ran away once he had the money. So she turned around and...
That he should go to Vegas.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Fuck terrorizing and traumatizing, normal people. Go to Vegas and try out that luck. Seems like he has good luck.
I know. Like if he was able to get away with a woman's purse full of cough drops and $1 bills from doing that, then if he went to Vegas, his luck might really get him farther. Sitting down at that blackjack table, just going, put it all on black. Sir, that's not how you play blackjack.
Never mind red. No, sir.
Or okay, you want to play or not?
All of it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot of money, so I guess we got to sit here and teach him how to play. I mean, the thing is, every day in casinos, and I don't know if there's any casino workers out there, I bet you there's a lot of people who have to sit there, and they might enjoy it to an extent. I guess it depends on the person, but a lot of people that work in a casino, like as a dealer, have to teach a lot of people how to play. Because it's like, I know there's been dealers at a blackjack table, like when we've been to Vegas, where I'll be playing and they'll kind of give me a, "Are you sure?" And I'll be like, "Huh? That's a 17. You sure you want to hit on that?" No. Okay. Like they're not supposed to give you the moves, but they end up doing it. Are you good?
Yeah, no,
Are you having trouble?
I was desperately trying to think of a funny joke.
Sometimes I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. You don't have to reach for a joke somewhere.
But you said something very funny, so I was trying to think of how to spin it.
Okay.
All right, I'll just leave it. Never mind. Just
no,
forget about it.
You can work on it. I'll help you workshop it. What did I say that was that got you sparked?
It doesn't matter. I'd like to move on.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
If people replay it,
what do you want to talk about?
If people replay it, then they'll see what I was going for, and they'll go, "Oh yeah, it's probably better unsaid." I don't want to get in trouble with this joke.
Something racist?
No.
Homophobic?
Nope.
Bigoted?
Nope.
I've run through the 3 Watson, the trifecta.
The Watson family trifecta.
If it's not one of those, I really don't know what it could be at this point. It could really be anything. It's a wash.
You were like, the guy's like, 17. You sure you want to hit on it?
All on racism?
Okay, we have a new game idea, guys. It's called Racist Blackjack, and we're so excited to finally launch this.
It's blackjack, but you only get to play with racists online.
Mm-hmm. It's a website where racists can gather and just play blackjack together. It's something that people have always wanted, and finally you have a safe space to do that. So we should play those for like a video. We should play those video blackjack websites where it's like it's a real person live. It's like a camera, and you input your stuff and then they see it on their end, and you're watching
their bell end.
No, dude, no bell end. Stop the applause. Stop. That did not deserve applause. Okay. All right, dude, simmer down. There's a universe where you broke your back when you were kicking your legs. And I'm like, Ryan?
Is that the universe you imagined because you didn't like my dance?
No, I loved your dance. It was fantastic.
You pictured me breaking my back out of spite. Because
it wasn't out of spite, dude. It was an intrusive thought. I always have intrusive thoughts.
My therapist told me to watch out for you.
Why?
Because you're trying to steal all my money.
Why did your therapist say I'm trying to steal all your money?
Because he says that I spend too much time on SuperMega instead of talking to him. And I need to talk to him more, and I need more money to talk to him more because he won't do it for free.
How much does he charge a session?
Doesn't matter.
Does our health insurance cover it?
It's simple, like 4 figures,
Sure. Let's go to ads.
What?
I wonder if there's therapists that charge that much.
Oh, dude, in every profession, we can just pick up with this conversation, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
It's like in every profession there's con artists because people are con artists. It's not like I'm sure there's professions that aid it and maybe attract people more. Like GoFundMe people.
Right.
Or Kickstarter people. That's an easy one to kind of be like, well, all the money you give, I think you have to click the box where it's if it doesn't get made, I'm not going to sue, and Kickstarter has nothing to do with this failing or whatnot.
I donated to a GoFundMe this morning.
And I'm not saying for those not to support that, because there are really good GoFundMes and really good Kickstarters that Matt and I have both, I think, put our money into Kickstarter at least.
Oh yeah, I actually put years ago. This was probably 2018 when we were working for Grumps, or maybe 2017. There was a really cool Kickstarter for like this little digital. It was like a digital flashcard.
It's like a digital thing. It tells time.
It tells time,
and it has a little wrist strap.
I had no idea how the fuck they had a machine do that. But it was like a digital flashcard. So like both sides had a screen on it, and it had some kind of like motion sensor. So one side would be like the word. So let's say you're like learning a language, Spanish. It would be like English on one side. You flip it, and it would have the Spanish. And then when you flip it back, it goes to another word. So like it automatically detects when you're flipping the card, changes it. Really cool. I donated enough to get 2 of them, one for me and one for Aaron, because Aaron wanted one, and they never made it.
Aaron Johnson?
Aaron Johnson from Gamers.
Sounds like a baseball. Aaron Johnson's a baseball name, not a basketball name.
Definitely. Basketball name would be more like
Ďʀʀᴏ Brunson.
Ďʀʀᴏ?
Sounds like it
does, yeah.
I would love a friend named Ďʀʀᴏ.
Is that a real name, or did you just come up with it?
I think it's just macabre, but putting a P at that thing. That's what my brain did. I mean,
macabre is in the one with an R. It ends with RE.
I think the one whose definition, I don't know how to spell it really, but the ones whose definition is macabre, morose, sad.
Okay, yeah. So this person's name would be spelled Pacabre.
It's a pretty cool name.
It looks like macabre. It's awesome.
Their name is similar to just disgust, and sadness, and
the difference is that their name has changed it, and their parents named them Macabre because they want to show that you can make a difference, and just because something inherently means sad doesn't mean it has to be sad. So,
Speaking of making a difference, go donate right here. I don't know, Luke, put in like a really good charity. Just, I don't know, it seems like it. Go donate here.
Yeah, go in the description and donate to that charity.
And we donated.
We sent a donation via mail.
We donated $200. Here.
That's not enough for a tax write-off to be beneficial.
500?
No, just stop. Luke donated 500 of his own dollars to this charity. Yeah, but no, I donated to a GoFundMe this morning for a YouTuber I watch. He's trying to fund a trip to go to Australia to make some videos, and I was like, you know what? Sure.
Okay.
He's a space YouTuber.
Okay. I will say that started to sound like exactly what we were talking about. Con artists easily. It's like, I want to go on vacation, but I can't. Guys,
come on. This guy, he's a small YouTuber I've watched for a long time, and I was like, you know what? I get a lot of enjoyment from his videos. He's trying to fund a trip to go to Australia from the UK.
Expensive trip.
But he's going to go to he's going there to go for some like space convention and go to like visit spaceports or something. So I was like, sure, I'll help. So I gave him $5,000. I'm just kidding.
Sounds like you want to dock in his spaceport.
Dude, he's like 45 years old, okay? The oldest I'm having gay sex with is like 42. So.
Is it because your dad was 42 at the time?
Yes.
Every episode, there's got to be something, buddy.
My dad, if my dad, I guess he does listen to the podcast, he'd be like, wow, so Ryan's just making jokes about me molesting my son? And that's just fair game?
Well, I mean, wait, how old were you when how old's your dad right now?
My dad is 60.
Okay. Yeah, never mind. Never mind.
He's in his,
I was like,
he's like
I was
65 or something.
Maybe you were
67.
maybe you were like, no, your dad would have to be young if you were in a college when he was 42.
There's a reason in my song about having sex with my dad, I specifically put the line, I've been fucking my dad since I was 18. Yeah.
Juggling nuts and gargling hot pee.
Dude, you know it.
It's a good song. I love it.
Dude, I didn't know you knew that.
A little bit. Yeah.
Juggling nuts in my mouth and
drinking hot pee.
Can't believe my dad has heard that song.
Well, his coworker was the one who updated him that it existed.
I don't know if that's true.
Do you think he was just trying to guilt you?
It's like, I feel like maybe I'm not necessarily calling Dale a liar.
Is your dad the Riddler? Is he speaking in riddles to you?
Yeah. I think that it's plausible that he found the song naturally and didn't know how to bring it up. And he knows that actually, the song is nothing but beneficial to my dad's career and everything.
I was about to say, because, does your dad, even, would he care about, bringing it up? I feel like he'd be like, son, I very much dislike that. I don't think he has qualms about
he would
chiming in.
If he found it naturally, I think he would bring it up.
Yeah, so you do think a coworker did see it first. I love how did a coworker see it? I'm looking up your son. I'm looking up your son for fun, Dale.
Yeah, that's what my dad should have responded with. He should have been like, why are you looking up my son?
I don't know. I was interested.
I barely know you. How do you even know my son's name?
I just wanted to look at his content. You're 50. Why are you going to my son's Let's Play channel?
I like Let's Plays. Crucify me.
And, he has your eyes, Dale.
You really think so? Those blueberries?
That's him kissing your dad's neck.
Okay.
Because your dad doesn't believe in man love on the lips.
No, that's gay. But kissing on the neck, you're in the clear with that one, baby. It's like the whole...
We just zeroed in on Dale for a part of this podcast. Poor guy.
No, I love Dale.
Poor boy.
It's like the whole mindset of, well, dude, the guy sucked my dick. That doesn't make me gay. That makes him gay.
It's not
I
gay
came in his mouth, and he's the gay one.
Yeah, it's not gay for getting your dick sucked.
Right. Now, if I was sucking wiener, that's gay. But getting my dick sucked by a man ejaculating all over his face and chest, that's not gay.
Is that from, Harold and Kumar?
That's a real thing.
Does the cock meat sandwich guy go, there's nothing gay about getting your dick sucked? Or maybe it's a Seth Rogen movie where that happens.
I do know
I don't know.
The cock meat sandwich is from Harold and Kumar.
I know that's from Harold and Kumar, but there's another bit, I don't know if it's tied, but there's another bit where it's what I was just saying, where it's just penis and balls.
There's that classic South Park episode where Eric Cartman, every time he has a sleepover with Butters, when Butters is asleep, he puts Butters' penis in his mouth and takes a picture and makes a photo album to show to prank Butters and show everyone how gay he is. And he doesn't realize that having the penis in his mouth makes him the gay one, and he freaks out. And it's a South Park episode.
Gotta love those South Park guys.
Gotta love the South Parks, the South Parkians.
I do enjoy South Park. I think I say it time and time again. I enjoy it. It's a great show. It just has that thing where we've talked about, the problem is more in line with binge culture than it is with the show itself, where it's like, if you can watch 10 episodes, because back in the day we had to buy the Simpsons box set or convince our parents to, so it's not like we could binge season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 4 to 6 seasons on DVD.
I had
or
2
some
Simpsons
shit.
seasons on DVD.
I might have only had.
They might have been half seasons, actually.
I just had a bunch of where it was Homer's head, Marge's head.
Yep, I had the same thing. I had one.
Such a good way to.
It wasn't Homer's head. I had season 9 and season 11, so I don't know which characters' heads those were. I think one was Krusty, but I loved dude. This is what I miss. Those DVD box sets. I loved the creativity of the packaging and how you'd open it up and it unfolds and there's several sections because it was multiple discs, and the way they would design the graphics on the inside around the discs, and then when you put the disc in, each disc had a different themed menu that would loop and stuff. I love that stuff. I miss that.
You know what one I have?
What?
You know what a collector's thing I have? Take a guess.
Iron Giant.
No, it's a TV show.
Oh, TV show. Give me a second. Is it animated?
No.
Okay. It's not Breaking Bad, is it? You have the barrel?
I have the barrel. I have the barrel at my dad's place.
Me too.
It just sits there. I'm too afraid to bring it because I don't want that gone because it's
kind of expensive.
Just history. And to my recollection, since I haven't rewatched it, none of those have been played. I've only opened it to look at it. Like, it's essentially like brand new.
That's awesome.
Besides the dust that's been collecting on it.
A simple blow will fix it.
I almost want to say for the rewatch, I should figure out getting that, from South Carolina over to Los Angeles and watch it because it maybe will feel like a little like, ooh, I'm going to put in the disc for season 1 or however they split it up. I guess.
Quality will be better than Netflix, wouldn't it?
Is it Blu-ray? See, I don't know if it was HD, if it was like DVD or if it was Blu-ray. I want to say it was Blu-ray because at that time, Blu-ray was... Oh, sorry, buddy. I had to burp and get some gas out of my stomach.
You're excused.
And then following my throat and mouth. Sorry.
It's all right.
Where was I?
Blu-rays.
I feel like Blu-rays around that time were somewhat popular. It's not like...
Right? Because
the PlayStation 3 was a Blu-ray player.
That's right. Because I got the barrel box set because everyone knows how much I love Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, pretty epic.
But I believe I got it for my birthday when I was maybe when I was a senior in high school.
Might have been like a Christmas thing, I think.
It was definitely like a big present. I was very excited.
It's just a barrel.
Yeah.
It's like this big.
It's huge, yeah.
It's like that tall, that around. Luke, can you put a banana for scale? Luke, there are no bananas that are that size.
Come on, man. It might be
I tried to show people, and Luke made a joke about it.
It could be a mistake. I don't know. He might actually. I don't know. Maybe he's never seen a banana.
Looks like he just dragged the image in there and didn't change the size at all.
Yeah.
Didn't even center it to like be. It's fine.
Okay, yeah. But I have a couple complete series DVD box sets that I hold close to my heart. I never watched them. That's the funny thing is like I do have a lot of DVDs and I have them more so just as like a collectible just to have it. I have the full Nathan For You box set that's like that big. I've watched the bonus features, but I haven't watched anything on the discs, like the episodes, because I've already seen them.
Okay.
And what else do I have? I have a Malcolm in the Middle For Your Consideration Emmys DVD box set that I found at a Goodwill that is literally themed just for the people that are rating the Emmy, or like that pick the Emmys, and you open it up and it has a Malcolm in the Middle themed popcorn bag in it that I've never opened.
What else?
That's all.
That's it?
I think so.
Just the popcorn Emmy bag?
It's cool. I haven't popped it. I wonder if it would still pop.
Dude, I thought you were about to introduce like they had like a signed thing where like Frankie Muniz or Brian.
Wish.
Dude,
I did see on eBay. I wanted to know if this thing
that should have been signed. That would have been super cool.
There's one on eBay that's signed with the popcorn. I looked it up.
Yeah, and they put it on eBay specifically knowing that you don't have a signed one. They did that to make you jealous. But you still have something that most people don't have. You have something that people can't even get unless they go out of their way. You got yours from
Goodwill.
Yeah.
Which, it was like a Goodwill near Beverly Hills.
You just got lucky as fuck.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that it literally had to have belonged to someone that picks Emmys, right? Because it was
I don't want this anymore.
At a Goodwill near Beverly Hills. So I'm guessing some like film person or whoever the fuck picks Emmys is like, take all that to Goodwill. I don't care.
Some old Hollywood guy died, and then their loved ones were like, everything in the house gone. We're just waiting for him to die after all.
Malcolm in the Middle. Ugh. I wonder, do you think the popcorn would still pop? Because, dude, it's episodes from season 1. And season 2. So this is old. This is like beginning of Malcolm in the Middle.
I don't know the whole thing about.
I think.
Sorry, you were about to go on. I thought you asked me.
No, I was asking you.
Oh, I don't know how long kernels, like if it's do they go bad?
Like would the popcorn taste stale, or like if we popped it, would it be fresh? Because I would definitely try popping it, for the podcast or something. See if it holds up. I'm gonna look that up real quick. I'm gonna look up if
do popcorn kernels expire?
Yes.
Because they're like it's the heat that produces the pop. you know? It's not like there's a beautiful puff inside, fresh already, and it withers over time. Oh, my stomach just went, ooh.
All right, let's see. Yes, popcorn kernels can expire, but not in the same way as perishable food. Over time, the moisture inside the kernel dries out, and that's what causes them to stop popping properly. So unpopped kernels can last 1 to 2 years if stored in a cool, dry place in a sealed container. Well, this is in a popcorn paper bag that's wrapped in plastic.
Say, is it possible for popcorn kernels that are a decade old, is it possible for them to pop?
It said it probably won't pop anymore.
It would be the miracle pop if it did, though, right? It would be a miracle. We could cheat. We could just put just one little regular kernel in there.
Well, if I'm already opening the bag, might as well just put the whole thing in there and see.
Right.
I am very curious now because it is over a decade old, but it is sealed in, like when you buy a box of popcorn, the individual bags come in the plastic.
Yeah.
It's sealed in plastic, so that keeps it fresh. And they're inside the paper.
The only other box set I have is the red versus blue one, the Rooster Teeth. I haven't watched it. I haven't touched it.
That's awesome.
It's just mostly just for I wanted to have all of those for historical sake, I guess, on my part, because I remember that. It was early YouTube where they were producing, it was the first machinima, I think,
right.
Technically. But it's also just interesting thinking about how these just everymen, essentially, just used machinima as a way to make a show that a lot of people created a fan base for. A show that was created within a video game. It's an interesting concept that is, to build a fan base around that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I don't know. I'm failing to find the words to accurately describe the mystifying oh damn, because I'm trying to how has anything similar been done before / since?
I think it's the time period it happened in, because that period of YouTube, 2007, 2006, 2008, that period was original content on the internet was so kind of new and accessible that if not that many people were doing it in the sense of how many are today. So when someone made something, it had a lot more staying power. So because the name Machinima, their brand is synonymous with a genre of videos.
Yeah.
So it's I think that obviously, if no one had ever made machinimas and someone made a YouTube channel making them today, no one would care. But it's I think the time period really kind of lended itself to that.
Existed around in the time where games started, to get theater / photo modes where it's
right.
Oh, you could. So people I just still find it I don't know how to explain. This has a fan base some kind of hit Netflix show for a short while has, except long term. This show, yes, it's not everyone saw it, but it had a huge fan base and it made the company huge. It's what they're known for. It's what got them started. And I guess it's just in my brain, it's just crazy to think that it's technically they were just filming themselves in a video game and used their creativity with voice acting and setting stuff up. And they did use After Effects and did Photoshop and stuff to kind of add stuff to the environment sometimes in the early days.
You made some machinimas back in the day, right?
Yeah, for 200 subscribers.
Dude, honestly, that video needs to be. Is it still up publicly?
It's not publicly, but I still have it.
Okay, because
it still exists.
It needs to be preserved in the SuperMega Museum of History.
I feel like we put it in a SuperMega video at one point, but there's so many videos on this channel that it's buried at this point.
We have 2,000 videos at this point, I think.
There's a lot for y'all to watch.
Dude, that's actually insane to think about. That we have 2,000 fucking videos.
I know.
That's I can't even count to 2,000 if I tried.
Mr. Beast could. Didn't he count to 1 million?
I think so, which actually I have to give Jimmy McDonaldson credit where credit is due. That's impressive. That
saying
is,
PewDiePie 1,000 times.
that's not that impressive.
PewDiePie, 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 PewDiePie.
Yes! Yes!
Okay.
That was 1,000.
He's not the only one that can do it then.
Yeah, fuck you, Jimmy McDonaldson.
Sorry to waste your time like that.
It was, I did get bored, but it wasn't a waste of time.
I'm just stubborn and I feel like, I can do it.
I'm glad you had that under your belt.
Yeah.
Luke, obviously don't keep that whole thing in because...
Well, I mean, how are people going to know?
Well, I think people would click off of the podcast if he keeps the whole, 1,000 times you said it in.
Yeah, I guess you could cut it together. You can keep most of it in though. You just have to cut out the boring parts. There's some parts where there's a lull, but there's some good moments in there.
Yeah, I think around like 300, you got into a rhythm and you started saying it the exact same over and over, and it was very droning to listen to.
Yeah.
But there were other times where you were like mixing up the inflection or whatever. Honestly, do you think
about ads? Yep. Sorry, Matt. The ads got in the way there.
I know.
What were you gonna ask me?
Pisses me off.
I'm sorry. It's
Corporate
just
bullshit.
We have to make that money.
I wish we were making that money. It's fucking chump change nowadays.
Being a YouTuber's not all what it's cracked up to be these days. You used to get to run around in your underwear and make millions. I guess you can still do that. I guess.
Also, Ryan and I are
being sarcastic to an extent.
Yes, but also a lot of people, real quick disclaimer before I get into what I was going to say. A lot of people think that Ryan and I, because we're YouTubers, are millionaires.
Oh, yeah.
That is not true. We're not even close to like halfway there. Living on a prayer.
Don't worry, guys. We'll update you when we're millionaires.
Yeah, we'll make a video.
I make a promise right here, right now. If I ever become a millionaire, I will update the audience right away as swiftly as possible. They will know there's another millionaire in the world.
Oh my God, finally! Another millionaire!
But unfortunately, today just isn't that day, Matt.
Sorry, guys. I know you're disappointed that another...
You're fans of a lot of millionaires, and we want to be one of those millionaires, too. We're getting there.
Honestly...
Dogecoin fucked me.
I know, Dogecoin fucked me. We would have been millionaires. We got in at the fucking bottom.
Trump coin also, they said that I would be...
He said I'd be rich. And then lost all the money. And what little I had left, Melania coin, the next day, I'm like, okay, well, this is my chance to,
I think the most I ever lost still was on Ʞᴜ coin.
I don't even...
I mean, granted, that was company money I used.
Yeah, and it was all of it. Actually,
Luke thought it was a good idea too. You weren't in the office, and he said he essentially was, like it felt like we were at Vegas. Not to bring it full circle, it was kind of like going all black on Vegas. Yeah, Vegas. Well, except I thought that the whole wheel was black. Essentially, that's how I viewed it at the time when I was doing that. I thought it was like a definite win.
Well, here's the thing: if it was 100% of the company's bank account, and we can recover from that, but it's the fact
99.6.
Okay, but it's the fact that you guys also leveraged money that we didn't have and lost, which means we're in debt. So
I thought the podcast deal was going to go through.
Yeah, the podcast deal was canceled.
So I don't know what to say. Except you're welcome. It doesn't really fit. I should have been like, except I'm sorry for using super mega money. I'm sorry. See, I got a little smile on your face.
I mean,
put some boards on that. I'm patching it up, our friendship a little bit.
I'd like to hear that song, sung by a different artist. But, what was I going to say?
How handsome I am.
Come on, man. Well, I'm always thinking that. You know, I'm sorry I don't always say it.
You know, I know it's that it's not that you don't forget. It's that you may find it so obvious that you don't feel like you have to say anything.
That's what it is. You know, it's like what if I go? No, it's a bad example. It's like when you're outside on a hot summer's day. No, because you exclaim how hot it is regardless.
It's like
even though everyone else knows.
Tears in rain.
What? What are you talking about?
Blade Runner?
I haven't seen Blade Runner.
Oh, never mind.
I'm not a true film bro.
It's like tears in the rain. That's what happens.
Eric Clapton song.
Tears in the rain.
Tears in the rain. That is... Fuck. What was I going to say, dude? Before the ad so rudely interrupted me.
You said, I wanted to talk about how I've been searching things. You're like, I've been searching up all this fun little like hairy butthole stuff on the internet.
Well, that was a conversation we were having before.
Oh.
And that's not for the podcast.
You mixed it into the podcast, sorry.
Have you ever shaved your asshole? I'm not going to be able to remember what I was talking about earlier, so I'm just going to start a new topic of conversation. Have you ever shaved your asshole?
I think I did once, but it became too... There's a reason hair is there. And you find out if you shave your ass.
It's awful. I shaved my butthole once when I was...
well, not my butthole, just the hair on my ass cheeks. And in my ass, I guess.
Yeah, same. And I guess that's what I mean. I don't mean like I was looking in the mirror, like spreading my asshole one at a time with like a cartoon-ass pair of tweezers. No, but I... Probably when I was like 20 or 21, I was like, get it together. I'm trying to hold it together myself, but I was like, I shaved the old shaft in sack, and I was like bothered that the hair was gone from here, but continued down my gooch towards further nether region. So I was like, you know what?
That doesn't look too appetizing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just take care of that. I've never tried it. So I went, and then I stood there like in the mirror like this, like.
Yep. No. Show the camera too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I appreciate you thinking of me first before them.
It's like kind of like this, and having the razor like this. I mean, like.
Probably the other hand cupping your balls, making sure there's no potential for the razor to...
No, my balls are small as fuck. They're not hanging down enough to be clipped by the razor, unfortunately.
Why'd you burp? How did you burp and say that at the same time?
It's something, you breathe in through your nose while you're... I can actually play a continuous note on a trumpet forever.
Do it.
I don't have a trumpet, dude. But, yeah. Hair's there for a reason.
Use your nose then.
Okay, watch this. Pretty cool, right?
Luke, you have to give the man his cookies for that one.
Give me my cookies, Luke.
I doubted him. I didn't know he could pull it off, and he did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Remember when I had that surgery for my deviated septum?
Oh, okay. Is that just one of the? Is that actually the intended reason that you got the surgery, or is that just like a fun little byproduct of getting it?
I didn't have a deviated septum. I was just kind of embarrassed to admit this back in the time because I didn't want people to think I was some kind of.
I just needed a rest
asshole.
day.
It was basically I had a little piece inserted up into my sinus cavity that allows me to essentially blow trumpet notes.
Were there cultures that did that?
What, put something up in the nose that's like...
That created like a sound or like something... I feel like there's got to have been like something where like they pierced and created like something in some way where like they could do like a unique call or whistle something.
Oh.
That sounds like...
That's...
I don't know what culture that would be a part of, but that sounds like... That sounds like something old, like primate... Not quite humans yet, but old like that in between would kind of get up to,
like one of the Homo species.
Yeah,
because
when we start getting collective and stuff, hey, this is the tribe where all of our hair is up.
And then this is the tribe where we've all drilled a tiny hole in our left nostril. So when we blow out of our nose, it makes a funny whistle sound.
So you know that it's one of us, unless someone drilled a hole into their nostril. But they're not going to do that because they're not as dedicated, and they're a part of an enemy tribe. And if they did that, they might be considered a spy by their tribe and killed.
Exactly. You know what?
I mean, history's so like that has to be a thing, right? The
Of
whole
course.
piercing, like noise.
I'm sure that there was some way that ancient people modified their body to make it produce music. Yeah.
Put a hole.
Have you seen the I think some people still do this, where it's like a gauge, but it's
like right
on your
here?
bottom lip and it's massive. That one, obviously, it's another culture that I can't even pretend to know anything about, and wildly different from
just
our
visually
stuff. But
it's like
visually, it is.
It's like peeling the skin back and
It's like I don't know what the purpose would be of that. It looks very uncomfortable.
looks sick.
Maybe it's just to look badass.
Styles come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Certain styles are a little
But diamonds
more
are forever.
Yes. Speaking of diamonds, Luke was wearing a fantastic diamond necklace this morning. Did you see him walk in the office?
Those weren't real.
He had little anklets too.
Yeah,
that
I know. I
matched.
saw the diamonds.
I don't know where he afforded all that, but
There's
seems like the dress
there's
was lined
riots.
with like.
Aren't there like riots or something downtown right now? And people are
Yeah, they all
looting?
had price tags on them still. I just thought he was showing off like when people keep the sticker on a hat.
right
or
to
something.
show off I bought it.
Yeah,
you know.
I didn't take this,
Right.
or I don't know what it's. I think it's just it's new.
I think it's to show that
It's new.
I think it's to show that you bought it.
It ain't
I don't
old.
know. Yep. Look at this from the store.
From lids. Yes, straight from lids, baby.
Yeah. See this? What does that tiny text right there say? Oh, what's that? Lids? Yep. The one in the mall.
I love getting a lids hat. Do they even have lids hats?
Like Lids branded hats?
Yeah, that'd be
Probably.
dude. I would love to have a lids branded hat. Like
Both of us, dude. What if right after this podcast, you and I drove to the mall, got Lids hats, and came back for the after show?
But what if there are no lids hats and it's just sports people hats?
No, dude. I've been to Lids before.
Like the Chicago Nulls.
First of all,
Like the grassy knoll.
yeah. The Chicago Knolls.
It's the mascot is a bunch of little hills.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, I'm just saying we literally could go to how far are we? 40-something minutes.
But I don't want to waste time going all the way out if they don't have hats there for us to get. Or are you just saying
Just
we
Lids
can
in
get-
general.
We can get any hat. from
Any
Lids.
hat at Lids,
That would be fun.
and we could like clock wipe, and then we're back with our hats from Lids.
And unfortunately, I will have to say that for those who, and I'm just gonna get this out of the way, just to warn you. If you're not a part of the Patreon and don't get that extra little special episode called the Super Mega Junior, you won't be seeing what hats we got.
Well,
Because we spent money to get these hats.
actually, I think we should maybe just put them in the full episode. Maybe just end the pod. Have the last 10, 15 minutes. Really?
I forbid it.
Just save it. But Luke will have to show the hats in the preview of.
He can put a sensor.
Okay.
He can put mosaic blurs on the hats in the preview.
Yeah.
Luke, it's not that hard. I mean, it's pretty difficult, actually. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
Oh my God, yeah. Remember when you and I were editing Game Grumps and they played Leisure Suit Larry, and I remember
Tracking, dude. I would. The fucking bull statue would have testicles or something.
Yep.
Like they're just shit in the environment.
There's
They're
a
always
fountain with a
spinning the
penis.
camera around. That was my least fucking. Like I would rather do Deadly Premonition, like do the audio rework again, than have to do that Leisure Suit Larry bullshit. I hated having to look out for censoring stuff. Because it just stuff was just everywhere in that.
and
game.
I would be really scared that I would accidentally miss something and upload it, and then there's a penis or something. Luke,
Ex-Game Grump editors crash out over Leisure Suit Larry.
it has like the TikTok narrator, like these Game Grumps editors are crashing out, and then it has that music. It's like, doo, doo,
Yes.
doo.
You're about to say Luke.
I was gonna say, Luke, you think you have it hard editing this podcast? Woo! When we edited Game Grumps, brother, Leisure Suit Larry, once we sync everything up, the game had penises and breasts and stuff everywhere. And I remember Aaron would like
purposely chose the non-censored version.
Yeah, and then,
because it was funny for them.
Yeah. And then he would like run into like a town square where there's like a fountain, a statue, and he'd be like trying to figure out what to do. So he'd just be like turning the camera and just like looking around. And I remember just having to like sit there for hours and like frame by frame dragging this like mosaic blur so I could censor it. And I was really scared if I accidentally missed one, Brent was gonna fucking come down hard on me.
Well, the comments were waiting for them to for like one of us to slip up on like the censoring.
The fucking like Rant Grumps kids were ready for us to slip up because like if we ever
some coins.
Yeah, you ain't living that one down.
Never.
I just remember like if we ever uploaded a Game Grumps episode with an error, immediately there'd be people like tweeting. There'd be a Reddit post on the Rant Grumps subreddit, and then there would be people tweeting at Brent and Aaron, like adding Brent, Aaron, like, editors Matt and Ryan might have messed up, guys. Take a look at today's episode. And I'm like, stop,
code, episode link. It's like,
yeah, with the time code. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, stop it, you little tattletales.
We're like rushing to work, like worried. Fuck.
Oh, dude, do you remember the panic?
Yeah.
Like an episode would go out at like early in the morning, and then like waking up to get ready to go into work and seeing that there was a problem with the episode and it was live, and it's like, I got to get to work right now to fix this. And like,
because they didn't have manager positions on the channel, or
right back
like,
then it was just we had to be signed into the channel, and we could only be signed in here at the office because they didn't want anyone else signed in,
which
makes sense.
Duh.
So I remember just times like rushing to the office to get there and pray that like Brent or Aaron hadn't noticed the mistake yet, so I can quietly fix it.
You can just like private it real quick,
re-upload
it back
and
up,
not say anything.
And then all the comments are, saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know what they're talking about, Brent. I think they're
talking about they saw your penis or something.
Yeah, I edited your penis in this episode.
What?
Don't worry, it was so small that you can't even see it.
Oh, okay.
It's
Good.
less than a pixel. So.
Perfect.
Great, thanks.
Can you send me that clip?
No. Also, I want to make sure, because people love on the internet. They love anything
misconstruing things and turning
anything about Game Grumps.
Turning I guess not turning it, turning a molehill into a mountain.
Right. Like people are hungry for anything to use about, to slander.
Making a mountain out of a molehill is
the gaming Grumps. Yes. So I just want to say, no one should use any of what we just talked about, because it's not a problem with the Game Grumps. It's our own mistakes, and it's our full-time job as editors when we make a mistake.
Did you hear how scared Matt was?
He was terrified that Aaron and Brent would scream at him.
Could it be their lawyers? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Their lawyers are very scary.
I mean, I remember when we first left, not a week went by where it's stop talking about us.
Shut the fuck up. I remember the lawyer sent us a direct letter in the mail that
all
just
caps.
said, shut the fuck up. Yeah.
It's like he could have, been a little, maybe 2 paragraphs of hello, I hope you are doing well. I'm reaching out, and it's one of those types of emails. But the shut the fuck up, I guess, got the point across.
Our NDA expires in 2029, so then we'll be able to finally speak the truth about the Game Grumps.
Just you wait.
But no, like I was not scared because Brent or Aaron were abusive bosses in the workplace that would yell at me or get me in trouble. Just me personally, I didn't want to look like a fuck up at my job, so that's why I was scared to. Because actually,
you didn't want to look like a fuck. We didn't want to look like fuck ups, so we hid our fuck ups.
Exactly,
But I mean, we never. They were never hidden. I don't think
Aaron,
there was really ever an episode that went by where they were like. There was always like, you re-upload that? Yep. All right. Just a little. There's just something wrong with it. I had to fix. Oh, okay.
All right. I remember I think the worst, quote unquote abusive screaming episode from Brent was just make sure you give it a watch before you upload it. All right. And I still have trauma from that. And Aaron, God, I remember one time fucking Ego Raptor went.
He slammed the door to his office and just blasted music the whole time. I didn't even know what artist
He didn't mean to slam his door, though. That was an accident. He said that later.
Well, broke the glass on his door.
Yeah, which defeated the purpose because then the music is just coming right out.
I don't know. You know music better than I. I didn't recognize the artist, but it was an interesting. It sounded.
Oh, it was
like something you shouldn't be playing.
Yeah.
To The Office.
It was Tom McDonald. In his early stuff, so yikes. But Aaron also gave me trauma once when he said, I was like, hey, dude, I don't know if you saw, but I messed up and I uploaded an episode without audio this morning, and I took it down and re-uploaded it. It's fixed. And he's like, yeah, no problem. That's fine. And
that's only the crust.
That's only the crust on this pizza pie.
There's more sauce and cheese to be spilt.
Maybe a pineapple slice or two.
Oh yeah, pineapple, loads of pepperoni and sausage. A lot of meat on that as well.
Oh yeah.
Maybe some spinach and feta cheese. I don't know if feta would go with pineapple.
It could. I've had it before. They're gonna, now on the forums and stuff, they're gonna take what you're saying. They're gonna try to be like, what does feta represent? I think what he was secretly saying is crack cocaine because it looks like feta cheese. Aaron was doing crack cocaine at the office. He was.
And pepperoni. Danny's got pepperoni nipples.
He does.
Yikes.
They're gorgeous pepperoni nipples.
Oh
though.
yeah.
They're big,
but they're
red
literally
areolas.
the color of pepperoni.
Yeah, they're red.
And spotted.
Not even like it's not like a bright red. It's like a pepperoni, like deep red, and kind of have the same greasy look as well. And actually, on a hot day, they curl up a bit, kind of how pepperonis do when they're baked on pizza. But I don't want to get too much into someone's personal.
Danny does love it when we talk about him.
He loves it, especially when we fabricate.
When we lie on his name constantly. It's his favorite joke. It's his favorite running bit.
Did you say I was in the Oath Keepers? He wasn't too happy about that one. Understandably. To be in all fairness.
He also wasn't happy about the fart you put in the Game Grumps episode.
No.
Which we have shown before, and we'll show it again right now.
I was hoping perhaps I could interest you in checking out the new NSP video.
Audio listeners even got to enjoy that one.
It is one of my greatest accomplishments in life. Like when I pass away and I'm in the coffin and they're lowering it into the ground, and my wife and my children and grandchildren, they're all sobbing, and you're there in your little robotic wheelchair. You can't sob because you've been paralyzed for 20 years, but the emotion's there.
Yeah.
The guy giving the eulogy is going to be basically talking about my life achievements, and he's going to list that.
My
as
life be like ooh ah ooh.
Actually, I want them to do that instead.
I was.
Now let us all take a moment to remember Matthew and look back on his works. My life be like ooh. Start showing like a slideshow
of that song
of me and my like glory years.
And then when it gets to the end, it's like, I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything that's shining is gonna have to go. When you come, once you get it, I'll be good.
And then maybe a slideshow. It switches to a slideshow of memories of me and my wife, and it's that song. It's like, ooh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She was always right there when I need her. That song.
Then it shows the divorce period and like you losing custody of the kids, and there's another like in the arms. Like I love there being like a 30-minute slideshow of every facet of your life, but the tones drastically
change. But I like it using like top 20 pop songs, like Imagine Dragons and stuff. Like
hold on that real quick. I know you make fun, but just do me a favor. Imagine real quick. Imagine Dragons.
Fair point. Yeah.
Pretty epic.
Yeah,
huh?
I see what the hype's about.
Just imagine.
Maybe later in life, I had like a horrible accident involving something radioactive, and I got horrible radiation poisoning, which actually led to my death 10 years later. And they show my decline in my health as a slideshow, and they have radioactive by Imagine Dragons playing.
Okay.
You know?
I don't think I'd recognize too many Imagine Dragons songs.
You probably surprisingly would.
I'd be surprised.
Like a lot of these, like the Cheerleader song, I don't know who sings that. I don't even know the fucking name. It's probably Cheerleader. But I have never, ever once willfully subjected myself to that song. I think that is a truly terrible song, and I know the words and the tune because every single time I've listened to it has been against my will. But I've listened to it enough for it to be in my head.
Cheerleader.
Or the white boys that made the reggae, like the why you gotta be so rude?
Don't you know I'm human too?
I'm gonna marry her anyway. Marry that girl. Marry her anyway. Marry that girl. It was a live performance from his best friend Ryan McGee. Thank you, Ryan.
Well, I actually have one more song that I didn't tell you about that I wanted to perform.
We're on a pretty tight schedule, but go ahead.
Okay, I lied there again. I'm going to perform the Beatles' White Album. Well, here we go.
The deluxe edition.
Starting from the top.
The deluxe edition with all of Paul's demos and some of John's. The long album. Hold on. Our neighbors downstairs are playing Ʞᴁᴇ. Mean to cut you off. Listen to the bass. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh.
You hear it?
Hold on for it. I'm waiting for...
You're not going to hear the chorus, but the bass line is...
I'm waiting for it to kick in.
It's the same.
Are we never going to hear the...
Here, listen. Like,
it's not going to feel more full at one point?
We can only hear the bass, so listen. Wait.
Y'all can't hear
Hold
it.
on.
This is just for us.
Okay, well, now the bass has gone away.
Bassist.
You didn't have to cut me off. Make out like would never happen and that we were nothing. That's maybe you and I had a split in our 30s.
Some love, like a stranger and it feels so rough.
The divorce of SuperMega, and it shows like a slideshow of both of us going our separate ways.
You didn't
with that
have
song.
to stoop so low.
Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. Yeah, that's fucked up. Having your friends collect your records and then changing your number? What did a guy ever do?
Like they stole his records?
Like nice guys truly do finish last.
And that's why they'll treat you like trash, because it's not what they really want to do. Because she only dates nice or bad guys, so I'll give it one last try to be who she truly wants me to.
Dude, is that
I can't
is that
remember
Ryan
the exact lyrics.
Ryan Higa?
Might be Ryan Higa.
Ryan Hilfiger?
Cousin to Maya Higa, who runs a really...
Are they related?
Yeah, they're cousins.
Oh.
They have I like Maya's content because it's like very much like animal conservation, like just all that. Good animal shit. All good animal shit.
It's a very nepotistic YouTube family.
Hey, if they're using their nepotism to help some fluffy critters, some doggos,
some
maybe
heckin' doggos,
well, probably not
some heckin' chonkers.
Probably not doggos. Probably more of like ostrich and like really lizards and frogs. Oh my!
Ostriches have the biggest eyeballs in the entire animal kingdom, bigger than a whale's.
Actually, it was your mom's when she saw my penis. After I shaved my pubart into my mound. You know, it's that fat part because I'm not skinny. That,
did you shave your
that
butthole?
exists over my... Huh?
To bring it full circle, did you shave your butthole too?
Did a little heart hair thing.
Coming out the crack.
With an arrow through it.
Dude.
Well, actually, the arrow was coming out of my butt. I had a poop waiting to come.
Dude, come on. Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
Good thing
you know, people are like, I'm can't. Why am I supporting these guys on Patreon?
Good thing this is on the tail end, I guess.
Hey.
Everybody clicked off by this point, right?
I remember what I was going to say earlier now. Great way to end it. I never finished talking about shaving my butt crack and my beehole.
Do you want to finish this podcast about talking about shaving your penis, balls, butt crack, gooch, whatever you want, dude?
And by the way, side note, the names on screen right now, these are all people who have a shaved butthole.
Except for the people who have emojis next to their name. These are people who shave their butthole, but also completely shave the top of their head and eyebrows as well.
Right, for Justin Bieber. So basically, all I was going to say was I was agreeing with you that you realize the hair is there for a reason, because when that hair goes, it starts. So, the first day, fantastic. I'm like, damn, I feel free.
It's a little bit of chilly back there.
Dude, yeah, you can feel the breeze.
It's like, woo!
It's like, woo! Especially if your ass gets a little sweaty. That breeze is fantastic.
But that's where the
And wiping.
problem. That's when the problems start to come. Is when your ass starts getting sweaty.
And-
Especially when the bristliness of the hair starts
That's
to
it.
come back. That's why it's either you have to just keep it shaved and just get waxes, I guess, or just rock the hair and deal with it.
Right, because once it starts growing back and you get that 5 o'clock shadow on your ass crack,
Chafe
dude,
City, baby.
every step I take is just like, ah! It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
Like wearing sandpaper as underwear.
Exactly.
Whitey tighties made of sandpaper.
When I was in,
We should sell those.
that's a great idea. When I was
There's a
in
market for that.
10th grade, I shaved my pubes, and I had never shaved my pubes
Yeah, in front of the
before.
principal.
He gave me a high five. Said, "Great job, Matthew." But I didn't know how to shave anything, so I found an old, rusty fucking plastic razor that was in, I believe, my sister's bathroom from when she lived with us.
Oy vey, Matthew.
I didn't use anything. No shaving cream or anything. I just was, dude, and it was tugging. The next day, I was in so much physical pain.
You have those red dots too, I bet.
Oh, dude, it was red as hell. It looked like, and just walking, every single step was so fucking painful. It was like this burning, itching, and I remember I get to biology class that day, and I sit down, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, this is probably the most pain I've ever felt in this half of my body. My biology teacher goes, you know, it's so nice outside that let's go have class outside today. He took us on a walk for the entire class. It was horrible. Fuck you, Kevin Short.
Was that his name?
That's his name.
I just remember there was one time, and I wasn't like in like middle or high school. I might have been in late high school or sometime in college. I remember for the first time being like, man, I should upkeep my balls and penis. And it ended up to me kind of just clean shaving everything, making everything just hairless. And that sucks. I think just as much, if not more, than the shaved ass shit. Dude, I hate it. To me, because like I have a lot of hair.
You have
down
thick hair
there.
too. Your hair is thick.
You know, I have a wonderfully thick, extravagant pubes, as Dale has said many times. I was trying to get it verbatim.
Right.
I think I got his words down.
Well, he's upset that his son can't grow pubes like you, because I have very fine hairs that are more on the lighter side, where you've got the Indonesian, the Palestinian, so you have that thick dark hair, and it's much more there than mine. So when I shave it fully clean shaven, I'm talking fucking squeaky, shiny, like perfect. It's much nicer. I don't get any chafing or irritation.
Just feels so uncomfortable for me. I have to have my, you still got to upkeep and maintain to an extent, but for the most part, as the way God intended.
Exactly. It's always a chain reaction too, because it's like if you try to trim it, you end up being like, fuck, I fucked it up. And you have to shave the whole thing. And then you're like, well, there's hair up on my legs going up here, so I need to shave that too. And the next thing you know, you look like fucking Squidward Tentacle's head.
With his nose being the penis.
Yeah, and it's smooth and shiny.
And because you've been scratching, his head is your swollen nutsack.
Sure. It's above the penis?
One testicle, and then his flat mouth is the deflated testicle.
Okay. And well, actually, the big testicle is up. It's ascended. It's an ascended testicle.
It's a boil.
And
then the empty sack where his flat mouth is. That's what.
Absolutely, and it's gray.
All right, bye everyone. I feel like we there's no way to really land this.
They've exhausted their podcast juice for the day for sure.
They're
out of it.
There's no way to land this well.
There is.
Okay,
ladies, did you know that us guys?
Never mind. No way. What are you about to do? Is this the Matt Wadding dating show again?
No, I'm not. I'm done with that. The guys, fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about. Can pop a nut.
Are you sure this isn't?
I'm positive this is not the dating show, but a lot of people don't know this. You can pop a nut up inside your body. Your testicles can go inside your body, so you have no testicles in your sack.
Yeah, you just put them in your butthole.
And I actually have a very exciting opportunity. I'm starting a new dating show called the Mount.
Welcome, members. As you know, we did say that we would go to Lids and get hats, and we have gotten those Lids hats from Lids.
That's right.
We went to the Glendale Galleria Mall.
We are men of our words, and after we finish recording episode 70, we